In this video, we're going to have a quick look at the differences between essential and recommended on your reading list and kind of talk about how that relates to the library's purchasing process. So when you save something to your list, there's this importance box that we would like you to fill in for essential and recommended. If you don't fill it in at this point when you save it, you can always just amend it or add it. At this point, when you're looking in your list, when you're editing your list, all of them will say essential, recommended, or importance not set. So you can amend it after saving it at any time. So if we just look very briefly at the library's reading list policy, under the definition of essential reading, it says any combination of books, journals, articles, chapters, screenings, databases, web pages, or other resources which students must consult in order to appreciate and understand the subject area. It is expected that students will use these resources to achieve the learning outcomes detailed in the unit descriptor. So the key word there is must. So if it's essential, it's something that all students will definitely need to use. Then under recommended, it says any combination of books, journals, articles, chapters, screenings, databases, web pages, or other resources which students are advised to consult that will help broaden and deepen their appreciation and understanding of their subject area and practice. It is expected that students will use a selection of these resources. So the key thing here is advised to consult. So under recommended, you could have lots of different things that the students might use depending on what they're interested in, or also just to provide them with a range of material. But essential, they are the things that everyone has to look at in order to complete the learning outcomes. So in practice, this means that we will purchase more copies of books that are essential. So if I click on this sustainable design book here, I can see that we've only got one copy, Canterbury, which isn't many. There's also another link here to click on, view other formats editions, and this will do a search for that book, and it's also telling me that we've got an ebook as well. So we'd have an ebook and a print copy as well. But one thing you would need to be wary is that if you put essential on every book on the list, we would then have to purchase multiple copies of all of those books. So only put essential on the books that really are crucial, that everyone needs to look at. And if the book only has, say, a chapter that's essential, we can try and digitize that chapter for you and make that available to the students, and you can see how to do that in the digitization video. But you can have as many items that are recommended to students as you want, and you can also have as many articles or websites or online videos that are essential. The only kind of consideration with the book budget is with essential books, because that really does kind of define how many we will purchase. And one last aspect of this is that we do have systems for keeping track of how popular the books are. So if you put a book on your list and it is very popular with the students, whether that's an ebook or a print book, we get told that by our system. So we would then look at upgrading the ebook license so more students could use it in one go, or we would look at purchasing more copies of the print book. So we kind of keep track of which books are popular as well.